Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's version of Coach's Corner. We're in week 5 of these core values. And this week we are talking about a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is you look at everything in your life, anything that comes at you, whether it's a high and a great thing, or it's a challenge, or maybe something really difficult, but you can see it as an opportunity to grow. See, a fixed mindset says life just happens to me. I'm just sort of a pawn in this changing world, and it's already happened. It's sort of that what happens, and it's almost like you don't have any control. And a lot of people live life living through a fixed mindset. I think Professor Dweck from Stanford actually wrote a great book called Mindset and talked about how how paralyzing it is, how really stifling it is to live life with a fixed mindset. But the contrary to that, and why it's so important to us, is a growth mindset that I can choose to look at every single circumstance, failure or success, as an opportunity to grow. And I think it's so important because sometimes there are things in life that are out of our control, but I have complete control on how I view it, the perspective I choose, the attitude in which I respond to whatever circumstance happens. Sometimes life is really hard, but if I can develop an attitude that looks at everything that happens in my life as an opportunity to grow and develop and to change, there's something empowering about that. There's something that then gives me a sense of that I have an opportunity to make a choice under my control. And a growth mindset is always under your control. That's why we don't focus on our team as much about whether the basket goes in every time. But what did that play? What did that rep even? What did that game give us an opportunity to learn about ourselves? What did that circumstance help us in terms of a growth mindset to go, how can we get better? What did it teach us? And if you start to look at that, even really difficult things can become, really neat opportunities. And I wish in my life, and I think most of us are like this, that we grow the most when things are hard. We grow the most when we're a little bit uncomfortable. And so the reality is that when you choose that every single day, even when you're uncomfortable, to choose a growth mindset, you choose to have a higher growth trajectory as well. And so that's what we want to produce on our team, on the court. We want to grow faster than our opponents. We want to have a heart level commitment to choose to look at everything through a growth lens. And so that's why a growth mindset is really important to us. We don't want to have a fixed mindset that believes the world happens to us. We want to have a growth mindset that believes we can use everything that happens as an opportunity to grow, develop, and change. So that's one of those. So thanks so much for joining us. I hope that these little tidbits can, make you think too. And thanks for joining us for this week's version of Coach's Corner.